Welcome back to the This Day podcast, where we connect real life, real people, and real stories. Tune in to a brand new episode happening right now. Make sure you click the links in our descriptions to find out more about our sponsors and resources where you can dive in deeper to your faith journey. And now, dive in to today's episode. Ishik, I'm so excited to talk with you today, hear your story, just get to know you better. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Let's share a little bit about who you are, and maybe for people that are new friends to you, new friends of your ministry, new friends to my podcast, talk about your journey, your story, and who you are.
Absolutely. Well, I was born and raised in Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey, in a devout Muslim home. And after so many trials, tragedies, going through abuse, living in civil war, very hostile environment in the house, on the streets, in the mosque, I fled to America for my life at
Mm.
age 25 from a very abusive relationship that I was being beaten up almost every other day, and very, very Muslim mindset. But I came to America to change my environment, to find freedom. However, I was the same person internally as a Muslim woman with no worth, with no self-respect, and a lot of trauma from abuse. And all these traumatic experiences led me to a point of suicide. I was highly educated, but I didn't know who I was, and I could not help with my diplomas to my traumas, so to say. I started working at a Christian company in Miami, and on the day I was planning my suicide, my Christian boss led me to Christ,
Mm.
and my whole life changed. My From that moment on, I became a soul winner right away from the day one, and everything changed in my life. But I'm coming from a very abused, very tragic childhood and background.
That's beautiful. What a beautiful story. You recently released a book called Heavenly Whispers. Let's dive into that book, the inspiration behind writing this book, and just what people can expect when they go to read it.
Yes, thank you for asking me that because this book is very special to me. Heavenly Whispers. The reason is through our ministry. Now I have a ministry that reaches to millions of Muslims, close to a billion Muslims. And when they receive Christ as their Lord and Savior, they ask, what do we do? We were fasting during the month of Ramadan. We were worshiping Allah, praying 5 times a day. What do we do now? And since I came to Christ, I find it very helpful for me to start my day with a devotional. And I've been studying going through the same devotional every single day for 5 years. And finally, I was looking for a devotional, and I felt like the Lord said, why don't you sit down and write what I am giving to you right now? And I sat down and I wrote this devotional that is also very helpful on a daily basis for trauma healing, helping to fight anxiety, fear, all kinds of worries of life, and also identity, our true identity in Jesus Christ.
Mm.
That's what I wanted to give the Muslim world, but everybody else, of course, is a gift from Jesus.
Absolutely. Now, how have you seen, identity is something that's challenged in so many people, whether it's just by words that are spoken over them, or just a mindset that they had from early on. How have you seen that this devotional kind of refocuses and reshapes the identity of people as they read it?
Wonderful question, because I struggled with my identity as a former Muslim woman for years. You can imagine.
Mhm.
Most of my life, I didn't. I wanted to be invisible. I didn't want to be visible because being visible meant trouble for me, abuse for me. So I had to hide my female identity in the religion because the religion was teaching me disappearance. And man's anger was holy and divine, according to Quran. So it took me so many years to be very intentional to find my identity. And I didn't, even as a Christian woman, I didn't feel secure and safe under my own skin. And in this devotional, I am unpacking my journey as a devotional, speaking to you, to the second person in front of me, sitting and struggling with their true identity. I believe God gave us this special identity, unique identity to each and every one of us. But as you said, through childhood trials and bullies, inner bullies, lies, and deception, somehow that identity is distorted and altered and started working against us, not for us. And what I am doing is I am coming against that lie in each and every one of us through this devotional.
Absolutely. I love it. I'm excited to see all the Lord has in store, even more, for this devotional and for your ministry as a whole. I believe you have some powerful things in store. But if somebody reads your devotional, comes across your ministry in any way, and say they're searching, they're debating in their faith, maybe they are not a believer. And they're kind of like trying to get out of a situation, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, yesterday, as a matter of fact, on my Facebook, there was a comment on my Turkish Facebook page. I have more than 300,000 followers just there, and then another one is 5.3 million followers. And every day in our team, we screenshot those. And what one lady was saying, I want to learn more about Jesus. I am lost in my circumstances, and I don't know what to do. So she's looking for options right now. So what would I say is like, how is it working? What you are believing, how is it working for you? Jesus always asks questions. Do you want to get well? And when people started saying that, indicating that they are searching for answers and they are not happy with where they are at, instead of me attacking at their fate or their circumstances or why it is happening to them and being judgmental, I will tell them, I want to tell you, in a short version of my story, that Jesus saved my life. This is how I have been witnessing to people, and in a non-religious way, and telling them, I just want to share with you what Jesus did for me. And I do believe that he can do it for you.
That's powerful. That's very powerful. Now you mentioned you start off with all of the Turkish people that are following you. How have you seen your global reach kind of shift and change? Because you're not just reaching people in the US, you're reaching Muslims, you're reaching people all over.
Yes.
Which is powerful.
Thank you. The most important thing is understanding the demographics, of course, culture, and being relevant. So I can be very relevant to my people, and I know that being relevant is the key to speak to their language. I don't want to be a preacher, but I want to be their next door neighbor who found the cure and who found the healing while they are still struggling in their disease and illness. So I am that person, just like Samaritan woman. I found the Messiah. So our reach is primarily in the Muslim world, and then of course all over the world, including other nations, mostly Middle East and North Africa. But now we are in America because of the Muslim population is increasing as a population jihad. And so we are finding a lot of Muslims are still seeking true God, and they are hungry and thirsty for truth. So that once they are hungry, it is easy to speak to into their lives. But mostly our global reach is increasing right now in the Muslim world. And despite all the bad news, we are seeing the good news of Jesus is spreading. And they are also receiving Christ through dreams and visions. God is preparing their hearts for our message. So we are working together with Jesus, so to say. But also we are seeing, look what is happening in Iran is a great indicator of how hungry and thirsty and fed up for the wrong message, but hungry and thirsty for the right message. Muslims are. So that is also the wind is helping us through Jesus Christ.
I know. I think it's incredible. I think God has a special plan for people that are in your position that have your stand in leadership right now. Like you said, the winds are shifting in a unique way for God to use your story. And specifically, how have you seen God use your story to bring breakthrough?
Yes, absolutely. I think I always say without our testimony, there is no ministry. And the more vulnerable and transparent and real we are sharing our testimony, it is our platform. I never waited for a platform of TV or social media. My platform has been always my testimony. And within the testimony, there are a lot of other testimonies, of course, I have to share. Daily testimonies, daily little victories, from survival to crossing over to overcomer testimonies. I have so many of them. And the more you share those testimonies, the more it attracts people because people want to see a real person and they want to hear the true story.
Absolutely. Okay, so how can people stay connected with you, your story, your new book, Heavenly Whispers? How can they stay connected with you and your platform?
Thank you for asking me that. They can go to Amazon to find my book Heavenly Whispers and also my website ışıkabla.com. It is ISIKABLA.com. Also just putting my name in the search engines and all social media platforms, we are there. They can find me and my testimony, my story.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today and just sharing your story, sharing your faith boldly and unashamedly. I'm so excited for what God has in store for you, and it's been just a joy to talk with you today.
Thank you so much. You make it easy, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. I appreciate it.